Okay, so in this video I want to show you little radiators, and I'm actually want to show you the different use cases. That's the first one, and I use it in the bathroom, and I use it in the bathroom for the reason it gives you pretty fast heat, and what I'm going to show you later, it kind of, that little tower actually swirls around from left to right, and that's number one of the different radiators. Now that's the second one, and I use it in my office, but not quite often. Since I have a hardwood floor here, I'm actually always put it on a little tile like this. Whenever you buy a radiator or a heater, you want to make sure that it has something like this. So that's a little switch which every heater should have, which means if you put it on here, the switch is activated and the heater is working. But if you would kick it like so, then it would automatically switch it off. So, and now I'm going to show you the next type of heater I'm using, and then I put them side by side and I tell you the differences. Okay, so and that's the third heater or radiator I have in my home. I use this one, or my wife uses that usually during the day in her office, because that's an oil radiator, so it makes no noise at all. We can turn it on real quick. And at night during winter, it's actually in the mud room where my doggy sleeps most of the times if she's not sleeping in the living room. And so you see this one is bigger than the other ones, and that's actually like a radiator you would have like installed in most homes in Europe, which comes from a central heating then, of course. And now I'm gonna put all the three heaters I'm using next to each other, and then I tell you the benefits or advantages of each heater, and that's the next part. Okay, so now we have all heaters next to each other. Now, as I said, this one, classic radiator with oil in here, it is actually almost, you cannot hear it. It's almost 100% quiet. The disadvantage of this, there is actually just one. It takes a while to get warm and then to heat up your room. That's why, as I showed you before in the video, I'm not using this one in the bathroom, in the shower. Why? Because in the shower, I need the heat right away. And in comparison to this one, or the little one, delivers the heat actually right away. Benefit of this one, it's a way more cozy heat. Once it's warm, it is, how should I say, a better heat distribution. And I'm pretty sure it's also saving more energy like this one. But it takes a while to heat up. But for my use case in my dog's bedroom and then during the day in my wife's office, that's not a problem, because there is enough time to turn this one on. This one, that's for the bathroom, so it's way faster. And you see all of mine are set to 72, but you hear the difference right away. So you hear it's louder, but what you can feel, and I actually have to turn it off, the heat comes instantly. So it doesn't take maybe longer than 1 second, and then you have the heat for the bathroom, the master bathroom. That's perfect, this little tower, because it has a good heat distribution, because it swings from left to right, and that's actually a little bit bigger than this one. So for the small bathroom we have, that's actually a perfect unit. And it also comes with a remote control, which is not really necessary for our use case. This one, it's still not warm, right? It still will take a while. On the opposite, this one, it's hot already. And now I'm show you this one, and just try to remember the voice of this one, the sound, sorry, which is actually not so loud. And now we go to the cheap one. Oh, and before we plug this one into the wall, so usually when I put it away, I have the cable like this, but remember, if you run a device which draws a lot of power from the outlet, it's important that you untangle the cable 100%, else it's getting warm and it maybe could cause damage. Alrighty, now we have the little one, which can also swing, and now we turn it on. And you hear it's so much louder than this one. Well, because that's a cheap one, I guess, and I use that occasionally in my office, but you cannot run that the whole day because it just drives you crazy. So if you need a, well, but it's hot like hell, so it works actually pretty good. If you need a heater which delivers heat pretty fast and is not too loud, I would actually recommend this model, and you find the model number in the description of the Longhi device. This one turns the heat on super fast, but it's annoyingly loud, so I just use that if it's super cold in the winter and I need heat right away and I know I just need it for a few minutes. That would be my choice if you do not need the heat delivered right away, but if you want to have cozy, warm heat. And what you could also do with this one, you could also use it as a humidifier. If you put a little bowl up here, like a little glass bowl up here, and fill it with water, and then it would also act as a humidifier. So if I should rank them, this one would be number one, but depending on the use case. This one, it's also a pretty good one, would be number two, and that's just the last resort. I try not to use this one. Well, that's the, actually wrap the video up now, so that's the best one, of course, because it's silent, cozy heat, but it takes a while, at least 5 to 10 minutes until it really delivers heat. This one delivers heat instantly. It's not too loud, actually. This one does its job, but you get what you pay for. And so it's loud, noisy, and not the best device.